they need me. There are people that I love. I hope they love me. Nothing, 7 minutes to tell. If you come and go, it's just as well. Notice all the walking on by, but you know I fit the shape. All or nothing, I'm all in. Let it ride on the one who can ease the pain when I'm feeling numb. Walk amongst the tall trees, see them sway in the breeze. All they do is stand and let me breathe. There's a method to this madness, the simple search for the cure. There's a hope for the good life. What's for sure is for sure. What we want is the same thing. A slice of science and hidden. But you know I'll fit the shape I'm in. bed is burning. What have you done? I'm only joking. It's all in good fun. Pay attention, 'cause I don't need to explain myself on and on. I hear you shrieking, I'm gonna run. I'd say I'm losing, I'd say you've won. Did I mention that I don't mean to complain, but I will until I'm down. So I've been to many places. How can I remember faces when they're so plain? Nothing, you know you're plain. Nothing. I don't wanna talk. I don't wanna talk. I don't wanna talk.
But don't worry, if mermaid hair isn't your thing, they'll meet all your hair goals with things like balayage, rose gold, unicorn hair, ombre, as well as monochromatic color, which is your standard basic coloring. Seriously, they do it all and they do it good. Check Salon 22 out on Facebook and mention this ad when you make your appointment to receive a free color lock service to help preserve your color. It's a $20 value for free. I'm not kidding. Book your appointment now by calling 412-822-7222. That's 412-822-7222.
I fell asleep in the wilderness, down by the water where I learned to swim. I faced my fears in the middle of the lake years ago. I made my first real friend down by the South Bend. Talked about everything and stole our dad's pocket knives, but we're too afraid to open them up. And it feels like home with slightly fewer broken bones. Faked it till I figured it out. Never really had any doubts. My parents said that I'm just a kid,
figured it out. And never really had any doubts. My parents said that I'm just a kid. Well, I'm never coming inside again. It feels like home. It's like you were broken bones. You won't believe how fast I've fallen asleep. And it feels like home. It's like you were broken bones. You won't believe how fast I've fallen asleep. How fast I've fallen asleep. I fall asleep.
The world is waiting for me, but I'm just trying to get some sleep. Well, I'm high and it's Tuesday, tradition begun. Don't get me right, don't get me right. And at least this can't be set on fire. At least this can't be set on fire. The world is waiting for me, but I'm just trying to get some sleep. Well, I'm high and it's Tuesday, tradition begun. Don't get me right, don't get me right. And at least this can't be set on fire. At least this can't be set on fire.
I'm a few years young. I've been looking for someone. I keep letting all the wrong ones in. All these lose-lose situations, I can't help but try and win. When my heart says just to wait, I never listen. She had it all, she had nothing at all. So now I'm back to searching. And when I find the one, I will open up my lungs and scream that she loves me. But please, oh please, let her be pretty. I don't want too much. And please, oh please, let her stay with me. Please, oh please, let her be. And all she'd ask of me, I give her that and more. She'll hide some issues I don't love her any less for. I don't need a perfect fit. I'll fuck up and she'll work with it. But let her find me. Please, oh please, oh please, oh please. Let her be pretty. I don't want too much. And please, oh please, let her stay with me. Please, oh please, let her be. Let her be simple and exciting. Let her be civil but good at fighting. Let her see everything in black and white while she's vibrant and bright. Let her be charming pretty. I don't want too much. Please, oh please, let her be pretty. I don't want too much. And please, oh please, let her stay with me. Please, oh please, let her be pretty.
I was just 16. Came to me the boy of the sea with hands and feet. Took him in, he taught me how to breathe. We sat along the pier. I cast my net, you protest in fear. Both felt that year. Swam away, the world just disappeared. And when the skies are clear, the background pushes and appears. And as I fall asleep, he draws me back in his world of deep. And I can't remember too well that year. It all seems like a dream. Long ago, I tried to make it clear. May just be a fragment of my dream. And when the skies are clear, the background pushes and appears. And as I fall asleep, he draws me back in his world of deep. And I can't remember too well that year.
He's having issues. Good sir.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Why is it still ringing?
Oh no, another device?
No. These headphones are only plugged into one device. You know what? Give me 1 second, because I guess where's... Oh, boy. Oh, it went away. Can you still hear me?
Yep.
Okay. Hold on, I got to figure out where this webcam plugs into. Because obviously it's not plugged in.
Have a seat, sir. Oh, I got some reverb going on. Hello.
Me?
Yeah, like I'm in the background.
Jeez.
Welcome to the Couch of Doom.
Crap.
All right. So, let me settle you in.
What the hell?
What is that newspaper you work for? Am I allowed to say? Okay. It's like the Swickley trip, right?
Well, I'm all over the place now, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You have been the most informative Facebooker
Who?
recently. You.
Me?
Yeah, you.
What have I done?
I don't know. You you're the one sharing the real news.
Well, that is my job.
Well, yeah. You're well, of course, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but you've been. It's been very strong in my feed lately, and I really appreciate it.
Well, thanks.
Up there, if there's any chat room kind of going on,
Okay.
we got a couple people out there. What's up, Brandon and Alex? You should see some chat room going on there and how many viewers are on.
Is this okay that it's like this low? Okay. Where is the camera? Oh, there's
Hey,
the
there he
camera
is.
that's on me. Okay.
So
This is impressive. So it picked up the fact that I plugged in a webcam on the fly and threw it right in the chat or right in the Hangout.
nice. And that is the Chillicam there.
Oh, hey.
There he is.
Okay, I got to figure out where this is coming from because it is going to drive me banana cakes.
What are you
Let's
looking
see if
for?
that fixes it. Hangout just keeps calling me back. All I hear is boop 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 boop.
Like another window, another browser. Missy's back.
Hooray.
Well, yeah, and I fixed the video. I can see cars going by in your window. This looks great.
Cars.
Cars.
In my window?
Yeah, I saw a car going by outside.
Oh.
What? Oh, damn. Oh, that's for later. I just poured some coffee. Thank you. Gotta get that pumpkin on. There you go.
It's peppermint mocha time.
No, it's pumpkin spice latte time.
No.
Yeah, I guess I gotta make the shift, huh? The problem is when the pumpkin comes up, I deep dive the pumpkin in like September.
Really?
Oh yeah. Because I'm always
It's too warm.
It's the newness. Oh, it's been warm until like a week ago.
Well, that's true.
So let's see. That's you. This is gonna be the daughter's shot when she shows up. Yeah, she's on her way. She is on her way. You got a notification.
Yeah, the West End's down the
Oh
she's
no.
running late.
Should we start without her?
Sure.
No.
No.
Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. And then I'll stall.
That's
for others.
okay. Bobby Cherry,
Yes.
let's talk about Christmas.
Okay.
Tell us about Christmas. This is for the AwesomeCast Gold. So what is your what is the awesome thing about Christmas?
What is the?
Because you are already started. You
Do I ever stop?
According, yeah, that is true. That is true. But you've fully unleashed your Christmas in this.
I have.
'Cause it's November.
I restrung the Christmas lights on our tree about 4 times on Sunday.
About 4 times.
Yeah, I didn't like how they were.
Are you
so.
are you a Christmas perfectionist?
Not a perfectionist, but if you have to deal with the tree for like 50 days, it has to look pretty decent.
I'm going to look at the damn thing, right?
Right,
Yeah.
right. I don't want to just like thrown on the tree all in a bunch.
Mhm.
But no, Christmas is fun. It's the warm fuzzies. It's, you know, it's a time of love and all sorts of fun memories and such. you know. The year's crappy, so like, you know, think of like your friends and family and all the fun times and all of that and all the snow. Hopefully,
Hey, it's been looking good lately,
Let's
right?
hope,
I mean, we
right?
got a little bit of it.
exactly.
So-
It'll snow in like March.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, I'm going to Florida in March, so here's hoping. So what this is our first year in the studio for Christmas time.
Okay,
Although I'm not decorating until after Thanksgiving.
which I disagree with.
I-
But, all right.
so
But so no, really. So people always say like, why do you decorate so early? The reason is I want to enjoy the month of December. I want to enjoy the season, and so there's so many activities. So there's so much stuff going on that you know when you put up lights and you do all the shopping and everything, it takes up time. So if I decorate before Thanksgiving,
you got it out of the way.
I get it out of the way.
Okay.
There's time. Like the tree went up
And
Sunday.
it's not like you're putting hand turkeys up or anything for Thanksgiving, right?
Right,
Okay.
exactly. The tree went up Sunday. The ornaments will go up this week. Everything will be ready before light up night on Friday.
Maggie S says that she put up her tree today.
I love it. Awesome.
So, yeah, light up nights. Is it this Friday?
This Friday,
This
November
Friday.
17th.
Mm.
Yeah.
I'll probably go out lifting that night.
You should.
That's usually a pretty good night
Yeah.
for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I'm not doing that much. What am I not doing that night?
This Friday.
This Friday. Yeah. Carry on. I don't know what that was about.
Okay.
Don't know what that was about.
But traffic is always crazy on light up night.
Yeah. I made the mistake of, one year I was, one of the first episodes of the Jagoff's podcast, he did a live spot down at
Oh, yeah.
Fifth
I was
Avenue.
there.
Yeah. Of course you were. And that was my only, I think that was maybe the second time I was ever down there for light up night.
Really?
Yeah. I think we went down there like when we first moved down here. And
I always
and-
encourage people to go. I love it.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go participate this year. Maybe. I don't know.
I take the trolley. I don't have to deal with the traffic.
It's such a pain
What?
to get back in
Well,
Beachview because of the red line.
Well, yeah, it is.
Because
It's
that
so
was the
crowded.
problem. Because when I was that night, I went and I was like, "Oh, I'll try to get
You're
home."
like a sardine. You know.
I couldn't get
Yeah.
into, and because of the neighborhood, you have to get into that front car,
Right.
in the front of the front car, because you can't get
'Cause
through
you
all
can't
the
get through.
people.
Yeah.
By the time it gets here, and they don't treat our
Inevitably, I'm always on the second car with people who need the lower stations.
Yeah.
And I get off at Potomac, so it's fine.
And Fallowfield isn't treated as a
Right.
station.
Right.
So.
Light up night it might be.
Oh, really?
I think so because it's so busy. But you know, like Belasco and some of the other ones, you know.
Or those are the nights where they also just like let everybody loose and don't really give a crap.
I
if you
don't think
pay.
I've ever paid in 5 years on the trolley on light up
Yeah,
night.
yeah.
Ever. The drivers just like go for it.
Tell me that the Port Authority is now coming after you looking for their back fares.
Oh, I've tweeted like thanks for the free ride, and it's just because it's so crowded that they just no someday soon.
That happens pirate games too. so.
Exactly. Someday soon, with the way that the technology they have, they might enforce it. But it's sort of hard when 200 people get off at Potomac, and the employees are like, yeah, just go. So of course I'm not going to say please take my money.
Well, I think a lot of that is also that they have a schedule to keep.
Exactly.
So if they have every single person
paying, they run behind.
Yeah.
They can never
Usually
be
on those
early.
nights, too,
Oh, go ahead.
Usually on those nights they they run more trains. So you're not
Yes.
waiting the half an hour gaps. You're waiting. I know even on Steelers Sundays, they run additional trains
Yeah.
to try to get people in and out.
But I've been, oh my gosh, I've been a sardine on those trolleys before, and it's just like, please get me off this thing.
Mm-hmm. All right. Any cool technology around? Or are you just kind of old school blinky lights? You don't have a rotating tree or anything like that?
So I'm buying a smart outlet so that I can just say, hey, Google, turn on my Christmas tree.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. That's amazing.
Yeah, that is truly the only reason why I want a smart outlet.
Did you pick which one?
Let's not talk about which one I want, because I have about 6 that I've looked at on Amazon, and every 2 days Amazon's like, here's a new deal for this one. I have no idea which one to choose. None.
I like the iHome one because it connects to your Wi-Fi, and they're cheaper, and you can even get them at Home Depot. And they integrate with Google, Amazon, iOS. They integrate with all the major players, so you can use that feature. And then I actually have mine. I have the same thing set up. So we have our Christmas tree on one. We have our Poirier lights that come down the banister, and then we have our external lights all on different ones. And
Oh, that's so awesome.
they all come on. They actually all turn on at sunset. So they all come on at the same time. And then I have them all on different timers to shut off. I think the tree shuts off first in the house, and then the outside lights, and then the steps, the lights up the steps shut off last.
See, that's what I want. I love that. Oh, that's so cool.
Do you have an update from Katie?
Yeah, she abandoned that route. She turned around. She's going to Green Tree Road.
Oh, no.
So she should be along.
This is going to be a late start. That's okay.
You can get started without her.
That's okay. How are you doing, Chilla? Do you have a heart out?
Probably about 10 after 8.
So that gives us 10.
All right, I'm going to give her, we'll give her to 10 after, officially.
Okay.
Officially 10. Is that like synced to like a national time server, or?
We're going to go by my Pebble Watch.
Okay.
It now says 6 after.
You're
so
assuming she's getting here in 4 minutes from Green Tree Road?
I will.
Have you ever ridden with Dutters?
No.
Hey, Green Tree, if you cut down, I don't know what street you would cut down out of Green Tree Road, but then come back up the other side, it shouldn't be that long.
She usually comes down Crane over to Coast.
Can you pull that closer to yourself?
I don't know. Can I pull this closer to myself?
Yeah. Just
I guess I can.
There you go. That's how that works.
That's
How you like that? I don't know if you can see Chilla on the webcam.
Hi,
Missy,
Chilla.
Missy has this like arm attached. Oh wait, I can show everybody.
I have 2 arms attached, Sorg.
And until you moved the webcam, I could see her.
There you go. Look at that. Look at that table mount.
I can't see it now. I could see it before you moved the webcam. There
Way
we go.
to go, Sorg.
So wait, where does Dutters sit when she comes?
She's going to be sitting right over there with you.
Where the other microphone is? No, no. It's not okay.
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 Well, you chose the right side of the couch, though, so at least now she's not crawling over you.
So I should move.
If you'd like Dutters to crawl over you.
I
Maggie
think that's a different
says-
podcast.
Maggie S in the
I actually know her.
Yes.
Yes.
she got some TP-Link mini plugs from Walmart. Currently have my space heater hooked up in case I forget to turn it off.
So
Very nice.
So does it then? So it goes off automatically at some point.
Apparently.
Okay.
Or she can always check the status of it remotely, no matter where she's at.
Cool.
So I did the same thing for my sister because she was forgetting to turn off her curling iron, or she would be not sure if she forgot to turn it off.
Right.
She can schedule it, so she has it scheduled.
Okay.
So with the one I got her, and I think it was the iHome one as well, there's an on-off switch right on the plug itself, and then you can always check if it's on or off and alter if it's on or off from your phone. So she could see, did I turn it off? And if she didn't, she could turn it off remotely with her phone. And then in addition to that, it wasn't hard to turn on in the morning. She could just tap the tap the plug versus having to go back to her phone just to turn a curling iron on.
Yeah.
That's actually smart. My mother needs something like that.
She's locking the door.
Oh, yeah. Lock the door. Lock the door. Don't let any of those
Locks the door?
scallywags in.
You get to hang out with Bobby Cherry.
Have you been having problems with rabble rousers?
Sometimes. I mean, we had a bunch of kids coming at one time.
Yeah, I remember that.
And she says she can schedule it or she can turn it off by iPhone on that TP link. Alrighty. That's a little extra for gold.
We actually get gold content for AwesomeCast this week.
Yeah, talking about Christmas trees and that.
Christmas. Just Christmas.
Just Christmas.
Ooh.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
Oh, this is hilarious.
Whoa.
I love it.
What is that?
That's so awesome.
Show the camera. Show the camera.
It's only my favorite
Thank
TV
you
show.
for being a friend.
That is
I did
amazing.
connect you to that wrestler in Canada we know, right?
You did.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Is he not like your new best friend?
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
Have you seen his craft show?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I think you two would get along.
Yes.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Oh no, you guys would get along.
Do I get a hug?
Just appreciative of.
I would move, but the microphone is here. Hi.
How are
She
you?
didn't have hers in place yet, so she was okay too.
Yeah, exactly.
Smash, smash, smash. Dutter smash.
Dutter smash.
I need to turn your mic on. Hello.
Hi. Is this on where it's supposed to be?
Love the mic. Love the mic.
This is redonkulous. This is not. There we go.
That's
Hi,
it.
Mike.
That's the spot.
I'm a Mike. You're a Mike.
No, you're a Katie.
I'm a Dutter.
He's a Mike.
I am Dutter.
There we go.
And there's a Bobby.
There's a Bobby.
Here's your spot. Oh, yep, there.
Stop being stupid. No. Abs.
2, 3, 4, 5. There. All right, we're gonna start a show. Are you set? You have something in the dock?
Me?
Yes.
There's a couple things I tossed in. I didn't put an awesome thing, but I guess I could throw that in there.
Okay.
I put like 3 awesome things.
Okay.
You have some time.
I would just take one of Bobby's.
It's awesome thing, Bobby. Awesome
I'm not kidding.
thing.
I put or just in case like one didn't,
Wasn't
live
enough.
up to.
Doubling up on the awesome things.
Okay, not the third thing.
Oh, that's my favorite.
The second thing is what I'm like about.
We'll see what we
I
got.
forget what the second thing was.
Test 1, 2. Check 1, 2. All right. Guys ready?
Ka.
Yes, I bought it today.
Nice.
Aw.
All right. 373.
373.
It is the AwesomeCast, episode 373. I'm Mike Sorg at Sorgatron on the Twitter in the Sorgatron Media Studios in the Beachview neighborhood of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Ready to talk gadgets and get geeky with you guys today. I'm myself a video producer, podcaster, of course, here in the Pittsburgh area. And we got the crew with us today, assembled for this Avengers of Awesomeness. It is, first of all, from Studio C, John Chichilla, the gadget guru over at Big Bank International Esquire.
I'm a huge fan of the Avengers reference. I think we should go with that every week.
Well, between watching Thor recently and Katie's shirt, I was kind of inspired by it. So, and we fixed things up here, and I love, like, I can see cars going by on your street now in your camera. So, like, we both have window access, and it's pretty cool. So
I'll have to set up a second camera just to do the external cam like you.
definitely, that'd be great if you just like completely like keep upgrading your studio, then we can just like have a show over there sometime.
I could do 4K out the window. Not that everyone's going to see it because it'll probably just be 720.
We still just push this out at 720, so I don't know how much work that's going to be. So, and also with us in studio, she is the director of sales and marketing at the Scare House, social media guru, my Padawan on social media. Or
Aw.
no, I'm your Padawan on social media. Katie Dudas is joining us.
I'll be your Yoda any day.
You'll be my Yoda any day. Nice. How are things going with you?
Good. Fun, but good. Busy. But I
Yes.
like it.
Excellent. And back first time in the studio, we have Bobby Cherry. He's a reporter for The Trib. He's all over the place.
I am.
I know, formerly like Swickley specifically, but
So
but
I'm
now
the
a little bit
local.
everything.
I'm the local news editor for a good portion of our Allegheny coverage area.
Nice,
So, yeah.
nice. So always like to get some of the old school news
We're
guys
digital.
on here.
We're online.
Yeah, you're digital. Actually, you don't even have a paper in Pittsburgh anymore.
Well, the daily paper doesn't exist.
Right.
Um,
right.
But we're on triblive.com
Mm-hmm.
and pittsburghtrib.com, and then all of our weekly newspapers. So listen to me just promoting everything.
I did come across Trib Live, like the studio out at the Mills a couple of weeks ago.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's out there.
Yeah.
That's out there.
Yeah, we're all over the place.
Yeah.
But of course, I do all sorts of other things too.
Mm-hmm.
So
Including sharing Christmas things on Facebook.
just a little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
It should have been an all Christmas show.
Well, that'll be upcoming. That's what gold was. We were talking about Christmas trees and things. And
I did bring a Santa hat. Yeah.
Yes. Is your tree up yet?
Yes.
Mine is too.
Yay.
Hey.
That's awesome.
I'm still holding out to that weekend after Thanksgiving. Still holding out. But anyways, this is your Awesome Cast. This is where we talk about tech things from a Pittsburgh state of mind. You can check everything out at awesomecast.com. You can subscribe to the Awesome Cast on iTunes, Stitcher, Spreaker, iHeartRadio, and the video versions on the AwesomeCast YouTube and Facebook page. You can also join us live on our Facebook or wherever else you like to get your streaming at. But the big chat is happening over on our Facebook page for AwesomeCast, including Maggie S out there, Katie, not this Katie, but Brandon and a whole bunch of other people in there in the chat room hanging out with us. Thank you so much, everybody, for dropping by and being a part of this. You can also, and we're of course here live 7 p.m. Eastern time every Tuesday over on your streamers. And we're also available, of course, on YouTube and Periscope for AwesomeCast and the Sorgatron Media YouTube and Twitch channel as well. Thank you to our streaming partners, RiversEdgePGH.com, who, of course, have the new Metal Edge. We're going to be talking with Zach from the Metal Edge on the Awesome Chat Wednesday night. Go check out the event for that over on the AwesomeCast Facebook page. And we're also replayed on there Saturday mornings at 9 a.m., as well as the 405media.com, where they play us every morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time. That'll be noon for you guys in the Pittsburgh area. So thank you to our streaming partners helping get the Awesome Cast out there to even more people. Also, thank you to our Patreon supporters. Like I said, we did some Awesome Cast Gold talking about some pre-Christmas discussion with Bobby Cherry. Matt Weller at the $5 Coffee Club level is going to be getting that. Hit him up at Matt_Weller1T on the Twitter. And our fan of the show level is Mike Fedor Show on the Twitter. Thank you so much for supporting the show. You can also, we have several levels, including a $10 level where you get things like the state of the show, and the $20 executive producer level where you get a credit on the show, as well as we give you spiffy business cards after a couple months too. So if you want to participate in that and give to the show and help us literally keep the lights on here in the studio in Sorgatron Media Studios, head over to patreon.com/awesomecast. So let's get into our awesome things of the week. Bobby Cherry, you have like 3 of them. Wait, I love you have like this one or Taylor Swift with no link.
Does that need a link?
It's just
It just is.
which one are you gonna pick here? Maybe we'll touch on a couple of them.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The Cards Against Humanity Saves America is pretty funny. I don't know if you saw that. I think they released it today. Mm-hmm. All I know is I purchased it today. But you know how they do those Christmas holiday season gift packs where you give them some money and they send you sometimes literally a bag of poop, like they did a couple years back. So they're doing it again, and this time it says that they're helping to save America. So I don't know what that means, but I can't wait to see what is sent. I think a couple years ago, maybe 2 years ago, I participated, and I own like 1/10 of an inch of space in Maine. They bought a ton of land, and so people who participated like got a piece of land in Maine. Right, it's enough to put like maybe a tiny little Lego flag or something.
Oh,
I don't
wow.
know. Yeah, it's very funny. So hopefully I don't have to pay taxes on that, but be like 1 cent every 10 years or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Do you have any guesses on what this could be this year?
None. They're pretty tight-lipped on it, but it says you'll get 6 surprises in the mail next month. And I mean, it's based
6.
It's based on the current state of America, so I can only imagine what might be included in that.
And then the instructions on here on the website say, give us $15, hurry, we'll frantically stuff envelopes, you'll get 6 surprises in the mail next month, America will be saved.
And in fact, I see the counter is up, or it was up just now, but when I did it this afternoon, it was at about 110,000 slots remaining, and I see there's just over 50,000 slots remaining, so it's definitely been very popular this afternoon. I think they released it this morning. So, here it says, on day 1, all Cards Against Humanity Saves America recipients will get an illustrated map of the land, a certificate of our promise to fight the wall, some new cards, and a few other surprises. So apparently they've purchased more. Okay, they've purchased, oh God, they've purchased more land somewhere, apparently along the border with Mexico.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, their FAQs are phenomenal.
This is great. So yeah, it says, Cards Against Humanity Stop the Wall Day 1 preview. Wow. So there you go. If you want be part of that, Cards Against Humanity Saves America.com.
Yeah, and typically they add one of the neat things about this is they'll add special cards with like your name on it or different things. So that's why I always like these Christmas holiday season packs, because it'll be personalized cards that they send to you. So I'm sure that'll be part of this as well. So I love that game. Awesome. If you haven't figured it out.
Awesome. Katie, what is your awesome thing? Oh, jeez.
So sometimes Facebook blocks things because of certain words and doesn't really actually do any research into the post, and they're just like, flag, not selling this. So there was recently an artist who tried to post, she sells Christmas cards on her Facebook page, and she put a bird one up, a very pretty bird. And the bird's name is a robin redbreast because of the sexual and adult nature of the name. Facebook blocked her from selling it. They said, we don't allow the sale of adult items or services. So this lady's like 52 years old. She's like, they blocked my Christmas cards from becoming a product in my shop because of the shameful sexual nature. So now I'm sure she's on a lot more.
I was just going to say she'll probably sell a ton more cards now because of the popularity from from Guardian, I guess, and I'm sure it'll get picked up everywhere else too.
Everybody wants to get those sexy birds.
Yeah.
What? And I'm skimming through the article right now because I hadn't seen this before. I'm guessing this was something AI picked up on, and this is why we don't let AI run the world.
It's kind of like how I got a community guidelines thing on YouTube because I interviewed a wrestler named Super Hentai a couple weeks ago. Yeah. It's just so embarrassing to have to like repeal it and type in this is the name of the person. We did not talk about sex, I swear. And that's it. Just an interview. Guy in a mask. That's it. So anyways, Chilla, what's your awesome thing?
So my awesome thing, and I think I had this in the notes last week, and I was actually going to use it as my awesome thing of the week, except for the iPhone X came in my hand. So Pixelmator Pro was announced earlier this year from Apple as one of it's made by a third-party developer. It's not made by Apple themselves, but they announced that they were coming out with a new version later in the fall. That version is going to ship on November 29th. Why I'm excited about this is I'm trying to go through and figure out where I really want to spend subscription money on. And Adobe isn't something I 100% need for the minimal amount of work I do with it. So I started a while back. I started just using Pixelmator to try to get comfortable with it and move into that platform. And at a $30 one-time fee for Pixelmator, it got me most of the stuff I needed. Pixelmator Pro is getting rid of the old school floating window style and making it look a little more modern. And at an introductory rate of $59, that makes me pretty happy as a one-time fee. So this is something that really excites me as I look to, like I said, reduce some of those subscription plans that I'm paying month over month on, and this will get me pretty much everything I need from a photo editing perspective. I think I heard them briefly talk about this on Mac Break Weekly as well, and I think their view is stating, Adobe's feeling the pinch a little bit as more people are potentially wanting to get out of the subscription market. Tools like this make kind of a perfect opportunity and option. I think it also decreases the barrier of entry for people that are looking to get into this type of field, and giving them a tool that's a little cheaper and not a subscription, I think, is a good way to do that.
Sounds good. No, I think it definitely needs to be like more options like this, right? Because that subscription Adobe thing makes a lot of sense for businesses, but again, for individuals, yeah, like because you're just using it for personal use, right, Chilla?
Yep. Yeah, I'm just using it for personal use, and I was using the photo option, and then I honestly discontinued that. I have an old box copy that I'm still using from time to time. Very, very, even more and more rarely nowadays. So this will kind of push me over the edge, and I'll actually probably go and uninstall my old box copy, because when you think about it too, technically running the box copy on multiple computers is against the licensing agreement, whereas this, you can activate up to 5 Mac OS devices on your iTunes account. And they're also building Pixelmator has a really nice iPad app, and they're also building out the Pro app for that. So you have continuity capability across the iPad as well as your MacBook.
Nice. So my awesome thing is a little more fun. So I'm a big fighting game fan, and there was a preview that just popped up recently from Injustice 2, which is the big superhero fighting game from the guys that did Mortal Kombat. So it's a lot of fun. I haven't picked up the new one yet. I haven't really jumped on a lot of new games with my Xbox One just yet. But then the preview came up, and of course there's Enchantress. Whoops, that's Chilla. Enchantress and Adam are part of this fighter pack. But the biggest thing for me, of course, is they are adding the Ninja Turtles to Injustice. So the Ninja Turtles will be fighting alongside Batman and Superman and all the DC characters.
That's awesome.
In a fighting game, in like Mortal Kombat designed fighting game. So I am really, really excited about this one, and might have to pick up an extended edition or whatever gets you the fighter packs for Injustice 2.
Does this work too? So do they keep, and I was playing Injustice even on my iPad a while back, and I know Injustice 2 launched for that. Do they keep them in sync as far as what characters are available, or is this something that will only come to certain consoles, or just the consoles and not mobile?
I can't imagine them bringing it to mobile. Because even, I went back and looked at what they have. Like there seems to be a lot of times a lot more characters on the mobile version, to be honest.
Okay.
At least in comparison to the first one. So, but I can't imagine, because if they just drop the turtles on there, okay, I'm cool with the mobile version for the moment, right? But no, I don't know. I wouldn't expect it. I think is the big thing there. So, but it's really weird, because I went back to even like WWE Immortals, because Another Realm also does that on the phone, and there's still like new versions of characters popping up there that they've had. So a fun game thing to check that out too. Now I'm
gonna have to make the decision of picking up Injustice 2 or picking up Marvel vs. Capcom.
Oh man, yeah, that's kind of
because I think they're about to release a new pack too with some new characters.
That gets addicting after a while, yeah. Bobby, you had a second awesome thing. Okay, the first awesome thing that wasn't Taylor Swift.
Oh, the Mario movie.
I definitely want to mention that.
Yeah. I don't really know much about it because I didn't really read it.
Okay.
But I know anything with Mario in the headline. Someone sent it to me today and was like, "You would love this." So there's a new Mario movie apparently coming out.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't even know when the last movie. I think it was 1993. Apparently.
The one with John Luguini.
Yes.
What's his face? And
Like Ozama?
and yeah.
Yeah.
And Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah. And so this one, I guess, is going to be coming out, I guess, 2019.
So I do like this. So it's by they made a deal with Illumination Entertainment. So and that's the studio behind things like Despicable Me, Sing, The Secret Life of Pets. So that makes sense,
Right.
that you do a CG Mario at this point, right?
And it's a name that people know, so it's destined to at least look good. You know, better than I think the last couple Mario movies that I still own.
Yeah. No, I think that's the right thing, and I haven't seen Secret Life of Pets, Despicable Me movies like are top quality, so I haven't seen them really kind of whiff on anything. I haven't seen Sing, but it looked fine.
So this story that I shared doesn't list a date, but I thought I saw 2019 somewhere, but that could have been fake news.
Well, if they just started, it's a CG movie. It's going to be at least 3
Probably,
years.
yeah.
So looking forward to that. Definitely.
We'll still be on the Switch at that point.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
that's good.
exactly, and then you can watch it on there.
That'd be awesome.
But it'd be cool to see if them do like even the same thing with the Zelda movie. I feel at this point would be okay.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
See, I'd want Zelda to be a live action. I think that would make a better live action than animation.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, but then who plays Link and Zelda?
And then which version of Link and Zelda?
Right.
Is it something new? You know, what do you get out of it?
Is Link 2 feet tall?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Is he an elf?
Right.
You know? Is it like Lord of the Rings in the long run?
Right.
So, it'll be interesting to see. So keep an eye out for that. Oh, the fire trucks are going by. But I want to give a shout out to our friends Slice on Broadway, supporting Pittsburgh podcasting with the perfect pepperoni pizza. Or tonight we got cheese pizza to accommodate for Bobby. Again, right up the way here in Beachview, a Beachview original now with 4 locations in Carnegie, PA, down on Main Street, as well as PNC Park, home of the Pittsburgh Pirates, in their new location over on East Liberty. Love going in there and talking about the Survivor Series wrestling pay-per-view coming up here with some of the staff in there. And thank you to those guys supporting this podcast venture for a good long time here. Please check them out, sliceonbroadway.com. Tell them the AwesomeCast sent you, and thank them for supporting Pittsburgh podcasting. So we have a couple of submitted things. Oh, hey, I wanted to give a shout out because Alex Cars actually had submitted and shared that Injustice 2 pack with the Ninja Turtles. So I want to give him credit for that as well. There was another friend of the show, Andy Quayle, Techberg, shared a article about they're using drones to fire chiefs are using drones to pre-plan for next big fires. Not so much like kind of more like big structure kind of situations too. So another kind of interesting way for drones to be used in the wild out there. I thought was pretty cool. Pretty long article. We have it over on Facebook. Again, pretty cool to see these used in some pretty practical purposes. So, and from that, Bobby Cherry, I think you were probably excited about this too. There's a guy, somebody was doing an app to tell if your local McDonald's ice cream machine is down.
I did see that somewhere. Yeah, I don't know. Was that more of a slap in the face though to McDonald's?
I don't know.
I used to go to Dunkin' Donuts all the time for their culottes, but my local Dunkin', the machine always ended up being down, so I stopped going. Mm-hmm. So I feel like it was kind of like the local McDonald's is always down, so this will tell you when it's up. But
and it's interesting. So if it's up, does it tell you if they're out of anything? Because I had the same problem with Dunkin' Donuts and the coffee or the coladas, because I like the blue raspberry ones, and they were always out of the blue raspberry syrup. So I'm like, I'm not even going. Even if the machine's up, I can't get what I want.
Yeah, can I get like just an inventory app
Right.
of some sort with our Dunkin' Donuts?
Like our supply has 11% left or something, you know.
Exactly. Go now, or don't even bother, right? But no, so Randy McLeod made an iPhone app called Ice Check that directs you to the nearest working McFlurry machine at a McDonald's. So, this is a problem, and I don't know how they're reporting it or anything like that. But the app is available, and yes, it will give you. It's probably crowdsourced reports or something like that. But you can definitely get it on the iPhone right now. So that's a pretty handy little thing there. Holy crap! I just checked out some of you guys' stories. Bobby Cherry, you what do you want to talk about out of the stories you have here?
I don't know what I put on here. So I think the one that's interesting is the 11% of Americans think HTML is a sexually transmitted disease. I actually saw that in Inside.com, who you've had Kim Lyons on before. Mm-hmm. She's an editor for Inside.com, and one of their newsletters shared a story about that. But yeah, I mean, I don't know what that says about what people know or don't know about what goes on the internet. But
and HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It is the code that runs most of the internet,
right?
The World Wide Web, what you see in your web browser, right?
But apparently, it is not what everyone thinks it is.
No. There's some other ones. There's some other ones in here. 23% thought an MP3 was a Star Wars robot. It's actually an audio file that most of you probably listen to this show on. 18% identified Blu-ray as a marine animal. Wow. 15% said they believe software is comfortable clothing.
What?
Ooh.
And 12% said USB is an acronym for a European country.
Oh my God.
So, maybe they were asking like senior homes or something like that, like where people aren't.
I'm looking. I think it said 2,392 people between from ages 18 and older. Mm. So it was a really wide variety of people apparently were interviewed. Mm-hmm. That's scary.
And it was multiple choice.
Right.
They only gave them 3 possible answers. I mean, they had a 33% chance of getting it right from the get-go. Mm-hmm.
What would HTML stand for as an STD?
And that's where I'm wondering, like, what did they think it stood for?
Right.
Did you know that a gigabyte is an insect commonly found in South America? It is. The motherboard is a deck of the cruise ship.
Oh, jeez.
I went to the original article. That's amazing. Wow. 61% of the respondents said it's important to have a good knowledge of technology in this day of age.
I'm glad they're following through with that.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Dutters, what is Pinterest Lens doing these days?
Pinterest Lens. So now you're like, I don't know what to wear to work or wherever I'm going. Pinterest Lens will tell you. So you are able to, I'm trying to find the article because I started pulling up all the funny things on the internet. So essentially you can either take a photo of what you have, like a blue sweater, and you're like, what goes with my blue sweater? And it'll search Pinterest boards to see what goes with your blue sweater.
Who has time for that?
You don't have a Pinterest board?
Oh, I have a million Pinterest boards. I want to vacation in all of the great places that I'll never see and build all of the great Christmas things I'll never build.
Oh, that sounds like fun.
Is there a Pinterest fail for this?
There's a Pinterest. I'm sure there are. It goes right to the boards that are awful. You're like, you should totally rock it with this. But yeah, so they'll tell you what you can wear and what looks good. And
who is they?
Pinterest. The people at the Pinterest, which I think Pinterest is a. I'm trying to think of what Pinterest.
Pinterest is a robot.
I know it didn't say anything about Pinterest. Pinterest is a porcupine that. So the master porcupine will tell you what to wear with your sweater.
Because why not, right?
At this point, why not?
Apparently, they're introducing QR codes for Pinterest.
Mm-hmm.
I read in that story. I'm sure that'll go over very well.
Oh yeah, begin a visual search when users zoom into a part of a pin, like the bag in the photo of an outfit.
Pinterest. I've been so outside of Pinterest for so long at this point because I just haven't had a client that has had any interest in it, and it's just like I don't know what happens there anymore.
I tried to go into it yesterday looking for something for my Christmas tree, and I was on my iPhone, but it forced me to open the app to view whatever it was. And I deleted the app at least a year ago, and I just ended up canceling it because I wasn't downloading the app just to see whatever it was. So.
It drives me nuts because I'll find something online and I'll be like, let me just look at this online.
Right.
Nope, you want to use the app. I'm like, I don't have the app. Please stop telling me to use the app.
Exactly. Like the web page should work just as fine.
So here's a question. How does that work if somebody's colorblind?
Well, shouldn't it help?
Well, yeah, shouldn't it help them?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, would it help them? Because would it show things based on that color?
As long as
No, but it's going to tell them what to wear. It's not going to tell them, hey, you're wearing green and blue. It's going to tell them, hey, take this outfit.
True.
Right?
So if you're colorblind, you could take like the picture to the store. You know, I'm envisioning someone going to like Macy's with the Pinterest picture and saying, "This is what I want." You know?
Okay.
Or I mean, I imagine it's taking you to things that you can purchase on Pinterest, right?
Well, probably.
As it is.
Yeah.
So you just click on that thing. I mean, I think it would direct you to that color as well.
Okay, because that's the part that I wasn't entirely understanding. Maybe I wasn't listening to you. I'll admit that.
No, I think we inferred that.
Wow.
Chilla. What is this about quantum's not just for Comcast anymore? What is quantum the gigabyte situation over there?
No, not Quantum. So Quantum is the new version of Firefox that launched today. I am not a huge fan of Chrome. I apologize. So I'm always looking for a different browser that's not Chrome and not IE on my Windows machines, which pretty much leaves me with Firefox or something random like Opera. So Firefox has been promising this new lightweight high-speed version, and it launched today in Firefox 57. Its name is Quantum. They started building this about 6 months ago, so I'm excited to try this out. I just loaded it on 3 machines, and I'll be trying to use this as much as possible over the next couple days, hoping that it is just as nice. And people are going to laugh at me. I'm a huge fan of Safari primarily because of the bookmark sync and the way it organizes bookmarks, which is something I also like about Firefox. I like their layout of bookmark and sync features. So this is something that you can also download on your devices and take your sync bookmarks with you. They have a really nice way to export bookmarks as well. So I'll be giving this a spin, and hopefully it'll let me replace a Chrome on a lot of devices, because I've actually been unhappy with Firefox recently on some of my older machines, and hopefully this will breathe new life into that.
Well, good to see them moving forward. I'm sorry about your Chrome hatred. It's because because it's so resource intensive, isn't it?
Well, no, so it's 2 things. It's the resource intensiveness, but I can't. I really like that they spent some time and tried to redo the way they do bookmarks with kind of like a plugin directly from Google, and then they added it into the browser for a while. And I really liked that new layout of their bookmarks, and I was ready to come back. But that's the thing that aggravates me more than the resource intensiveness is how they handle their bookmark organization. I like it syncs really well across, but I just don't. I'm not a fan of their bookmarking.
Yeah,
I rely on bookmarks a lot.
And thankfully, I'm not as much in that world. My bookmarks are a mess. There's probably stuff that's been in there for 10 years.
Oh, mine too.
Because I've been on that platform far too long. So I think this only applies to Chilla right now, and a couple of you guys out there. But Chilla, according to The Verge over here, there's a new iPhone X10, notch remover of it now available in the App Store. For 99 cents, you too can remove the notch at the top of your iPhone 10 that you paid over $1,000 for.
Is it like a wallpaper creator?
I think think so, or something. But it basically blacks out the entire top of the phone, so it blends in with the black notch.
So it'd be interesting what happens because they're only showing wallpapers on that from what it looks like. Which that's funny because I was looking for something along the same lines that would help me reframe and resize some of my existing wallpapers that I really liked. And the one thing I would urge people to do is look for templates that do this because they're free. And there's a lot of people looking for these same types of things. But
the thing is, it's so yeah, it's probably doing that, but it's really just it's really it is it's just puts a top of the it is just adjusting your wallpaper basically. Yep. So it doesn't apply if you're in another app.
Correct. So. Now, most of the apps that I have seen are. And some of them are sticking with that white look. My wallpaper was actually had a gradient that went black to the top, so I didn't notice it as much on my wallpaper where I'm normally at. And then in any app that has kind of a dark background, I use the dark theme kind of on Twitter. So I really don't notice the notch as much on Twitter and whatnot. So. I don't know. I guess. I guess I've just gotten so used to it. I will say that they've also added in beta. There's there's a hovering line up there, much like at the bottom of the screen in the upper right. So if you think you're getting away with that, I'm guessing you're going to see more UI elements pop up in those corners. That's going to continue to draw attention up there.
So from Bobby,
yes,
Bobby Cherry, you okay over there?
Yes, we're good.
Yeah. There was an article by the Trib that you shared about what UPS is doing.
Yeah,
this is interesting.
Delivery on a bike in downtown Pittsburgh. Which is pretty crazy. I guess it happened somewhere else in the country, probably Portland, I'm sure. But I don't know. I think that's. The story. Another story I read that linked to the Trib story said that if it can work successfully in Pittsburgh, the chances are it can be rolled out anywhere. And I don't know. I think that's true. I don't know you figure with Amazon and other places trying to offer more speedy delivery. Oh, how about that? Nobody got that. Wah wah.
Oh.
So
it's a Mr. Rogers reference, guys.
I think it's neat to see, a different way of trying to accomplish that. So I guess there's the device right there. How cool would that be to see, on a bike lane or somewhere?
Hey, get some used to those bike lanes. And the biggest thing is it's not blocking as much because, we've been downtown where there's like a big UPS truck just double parked somewhere to deliver a package, and it's a big problem. Plus, between some of the smaller alleyways and things like that back there, like this thing can just kind of roll down those.
And I'm even thinking some of the smaller towns around Pittsburgh, like a Swickley or Aspinwall or Carnegie, where a lot of the businesses end up getting lots of deliveries. It would be great because in those small towns, the delivery drivers do the same thing that you just described. They block, 2 parking spaces or the bus stop, and they pull out a cart and they deliver the entire business district's worth of deliveries while they're still blocking everything else. This way, the driver could park the vehicle somewhere and then or however it would work and pedal around to the different places. But I think it's a neat way, and it's environmentally safe too. They're not, the vehicle isn't idling, and all of that. So
the only sad part is they unveiled this just in time for winter months in Pittsburgh.
That's true. But I do, it's funny you say that. I do see a lot of people riding the Healthy Ride, bicycles in the winter. And I don't know. I can't even walk in snow in the winter. So, but
you'll have some snow tires, I'm sure.
Here's my question. I imagine this thing going up like the South Side slopes in the snow.
Nope.
And by going up, I mean not really.
Nope.
And then there goes like your entire box of like whatever Fiesta ware or some kind of
This
like
thing's gonna tip
Yeah,
over on some of those
Yeah.
hills. Jeez, that's not safe going
goes-
up there.
there goes all your Christmas gifts backwards down the hill.
Which I guess is why they've determined that if this can actually work in Pittsburgh, they can launch it anywhere.
Right, right.
Well, we'll see. We'll see if we get a lot of cool things here. It's one less thing that block the robo cars that Uber and everybody else is rolling out here in the Pittsburgh area. So if it works out, that'll be pretty cool. Hey, good for UPS to be a company innovating on something like this. So, Dutters, tell me about this Reddit robot situation.
It's so cute. Cosmo. So okay, there's a cute video and everything. But it happened on Reddit. It was earlier today. Essentially, these little teeny robots named Cosmo did his little escape room puzzles in the little teeny world in Reddit. One of the rooms the Redditors could go into was like a meme room where they could go through different memes and like they're just trying to solve puzzles. And I missed this. I wish I would have saw it earlier, but you could have actually interacted with them live. And there's a good picture if you go part of the way down where you see a gentleman it looks like maybe a lady or gentleman on a ladder, and you can see how tiny the world is that they created for these little teeny
Oh, that's
robots.
awesome.
It's a little miniature escape rooms for miniature robots, but it was just kind of like introducing the world to these little Cosmo robots. There's a fun little video at the bottom. It's like with the little guy, so he's cute.
Oh, geez, yeah. So here's the one with the guy on a ladder, and you can kind of see the scale.
Oh, wow.
Versus the room that they were in, and this is by Anki, who I also have in here. Like they're the ones that do the racers.
Yeah.
So they've been really kind of like moving forward in these kinds of toys.
I want one.
I know. They're adorable. And they were talking about how the little robot will likes to fist bump in celebration.
Aw,
Like
that's awesome.
They kind of did a wrap up. It looked like it was like a sports wrap up. It was really cute at the end.
Although it looks kind of like a blend between Wally and Eve.
Because
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, a
I was
little
just
bit.
going to ask, is this how we're actually getting Wally?
Yes. Yep. Cosmo fell into the internet.
awesome.
And
If it start
decided-
playing a song from Hello Dolly, I might wonder what's happening.
Because I had also shared, because I mean, I've heard about these for a while. Like all the geek shows have kind of, around Christmas, they're like, oh, there's this cool like racetrack system and Cosmo robots. I think we've seen before as well at like CES or something, right? But look, like they're playing games and doing some fun things like that. So and that's because the other thing I saw, I'm watching WWE Raw last night, and their Anki racetrack has a Fast and the Furious edition now.
Oh, wow.
And it's you're on the phone and you're controlling it, and it's like the old slot cars except it's digital, right? And you can build the tracks and everything like that. So it's kind of these interesting fun little there's a video of like a dog eating it for some reason here. Where was it? I want to get that dog eating it. There we go. And then if your dog's gonna like take peanut butter,
Is there peanut butter on top of
for
it?
some
Yeah,
reason.
of course it'll eat it then.
So that's awesome. So they did this on Reddit?
Yes.
And it was kind of. Do you remember when I can't remember if it was on Twitch or where it was, but someone did a thing with Pokemon like this, where they plugged like an IRC chat room or something into Pokemon, where you could go in and control. It was everyone simultaneously. The equivalent of button mashing, but it was like a crowdsource or not. I don't know what it wouldn't be MMO. I don't even know what you would consider it, but everyone could contribute.
Definitely. Awesome. So, Chilla, tell me about bots versus email scammers.
So this is something I don't know if we played the video on the show probably about a month ago of the guy who built the callback system that was redialing and calling back a lot of the phone scammers. But this is actually a bot that you can hand over scam email. You can take any email you get, and I actually want to try this out. You can forward the email to me@rescam.org. And it will become a proxy email address for you and start replying to the scammer's email on your behalf. and pretty much just keep the conversation going indefinitely.
That's awesome.
So, and this is where I saw that there was some guy that kind of hack together a hodgepodge of phone system to call back, like I said, one of those phone scammers, and they were flooding the phone scammers' phone lines with a pre-built recording. Till it just pretty much crashed the phone scammer, and hopefully we can do the same type of thing.
I love this one email that's on here. Hello, I'm not even sure I read that right. You type pretty small and my eyes aren't so good. Are you talking about real money? Because if so, then certainly have my attention.
What do you need to me? I just have to read your emails? I can do that for you.
Awesome. Well, listen, yeah, we talked about like a phone version of this, right? Before you said?
Yeah, I think I can't remember if we had it on the show or not, but there's a guy that did the same thing, kind of as a phone version. He would actually, if he could get the phone numbers for people that were phone scamming, especially the elderly, trying to extort money from them. I don't know if you've ever gotten that phone call that there's a warrant out for your arrest, and if you merely pay them $3,000 in Target gift cards, they'll be happy to.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's a lot of those ones where like they're you get a phone call and they're trying to extort money, but the way they extort money from you is they take it in like Target gift cards.
I haven't gone that. So we've been getting those because one of those like there's a horrible tax matter and there's a warrant out for you, and the call is from like Washington State. But is that what they're going to end up getting to?
More than likely, I would guess.
Oh,
and I've actually seen people at work just laughably keep those people on the phone for as long as possible.
I never want to answer my phone at all because I'm afraid I'm gonna get one of those. They didn't get marked as somebody that is like actually a real person that answers your phone, and then you just get more of them.
Yep,
that's my concern.
Yeah.
So and there's an app. If you get a chance, check it out. It's called Umail, and it's a voicemail replacement system. It's the voicemail I actually use instead of using AT&T's voicemail. But they actually have they keep track of spam lists and a bunch of other things. So they'll actually auto divert the phone call from you and send you a text or let you know, hey, there was potential scam, but they did actually leave a voicemail, and you can go in and listen to it just to make sure it wasn't a scam. But that's one thing that I've been trying to do, because then you don't even get the phone call. You can also obviously block a lot of those numbers, but they're getting pretty good. Like I'm getting phone numbers that have the same area code and same 3 digits of the phone number as my phone number.
Yes.
And it's scam.
Yep.
Junk call.
Blocked one of those today.
Yeah, throw them on the block list and the scam list on your phone and hope, basically. One last thing for today. So I've been liking that a lot of these companies are announcing kind of standalone VR headsets, and HTC just joined that group today by announcing a HTC 5 Focus. Their standalone VR headset with world scale tracking. Now, Vive is always interesting because you put up a couple cameras and you can kind of you have a space that you can move around in, right? And they're going to be doing this as a standalone kind of situation. There's no pricing on this yet. They're talking about how, Vive games, it took developers like 3 hours to port them over to this new device. And it's going to be on Qualcomm Snapdragon hardware, which is some high-end stuff on the phone side. So no release date, no pricing or anything like that. But I think this is really the next step for this to become kind of more accessible than your Gear VR situation, or having to get a $1,500 PC and another $800 headset and everything like that. So it'll be interesting to see kind of where it moves into this. So I just want to kind of put an awareness out for that to see, hey, there's another one. Oculus has been talking about their standalone one. I think they unveiled some prototypes at the last Facebook event, and everybody's working on this kind of stuff. Google, of course, with their Daydream. Actually, that was phone-based, wasn't it? So, Chilla?
I'm definitely interested to see where this goes, and I'm excited for this because I feel like the VR was a cool party trick, and you could, or it's only useful to the single person, where if you can get a group of people with headsets in the same room playing some of the games can be pretty fun.
And that's one of the big things with this too, because they're saying that you can link the Vives to other headsets, including if you have one of the original Vives, for a more social experience like that too.
Yeah, so and I think that's where it would be even better, right? I mean, I'm guessing most people don't have multiple high-end phones and multiple headsets or multiple gaming rigs hooked up to multiple headsets at their house. So I feel like if they can get the price down and get some decent games on there, I think you're going to see it. I'm hoping it gets to the point where you no longer buy a video gaming system with one controller, right? Because if you have friends over, no one else can play, or you're passing back and forth the controller. I feel like that's the next step, is to how do you get multiple people in the room playing?
Mm-hmm. Certainly. And does that become augmented reality, or where do we go there? I think there's a lot of interesting experiments that are going to happen before we kind of settle into something. So, and I think it's a good thing, because we're kind of, with our Xbox One X's coming out and everything, I think we're hitting the top end of what game consoles can do. You know, like it feels like they're kind of maxed out at this point. I mean, you know, other than just making the visuals prettier, really, you know,
higher resolution, that kind of, yeah.
That's about it. You know, hey, buy this newer thing because it works on your 4K TV with limited stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
I saw someone today shared a picture of themselves. They put their face on a bunch of, I don't know what football, NFL game, and I don't know what system.
Yeah.
But they put their face on their team's players, so the entire team was, I guess, just a bunch of their own faces. It's kind of weird.
That's a little odd. It was funny. Somebody saying on one of the, I think it was on Twitter or something. It's like, yeah, I play Madden in 4K because I can't watch football in 4K because they don't provide it yet. So,
wow.
You know, which is weird, because then you got that weird, you know, we're talking about like the uncanny valley, because, you know, video game people are only so good looking. You know, video game Kevin Spacey was still creepy, you know, even though it looked kind of like Kevin Spacey, right? So, really bad example topical wise, I realize now I think about it. But that's the only other one I could think of that was like in a game like that. So, I really hope that patch is for real, that turns him into Tom Hanks in Call of Duty. But anyways, but on that note, Bobby Cherry.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
And talking awesome things with us.
I enjoy sitting here watching the trolleys go by.
There you go.
So, yeah.
There you go. Tell people where they can find what you're working on.
Go Bobo. Twitter. That's sort of my home base right now.
Mm-hmm.
So just look me up there. Follow me. I want all the followers.
And of course, your writings are over on the Trib.
Yeah, you can find me mostly editing on the Trib, but I write still there as well. But yeah, Twitter is the place where I share lots of things, and apparently, according to USorg, I am the face of, I guess, a lot of news, the news cycle.
He's been like my news source lately. Like real news that I actually give a crap about comes from his Facebook posts. I just noticed in the last few weeks, like you just, I don't, because you put the stuff out there and people are reacting to it, and you're trying out really good conversations.
I try. I mean, I have a variety of friends who have all sorts of backgrounds and political beliefs and all sorts of whatevers. And usually on a news story, I don't usually post a comment, or I'll just share a quote from the story the way we do on our news Facebook pages. But it is interesting to see the commentary that happens. I usually don't read the comments because I'm afraid of what's happening, unless someone texts me.
Especially with politics, right?
Exactly. Unless someone texts me and says, you might want to check out these comments, or did you see what so-and-so said? Then I have to go down through and message them and be like, can you cool off? Like, I'm friends with these people. So...
I'm sorry, I'm seeing comments going on over here. I didn't know if we wanted to bring up that story or not, but Katie, she's recovering from Scarehouse season.
Yes.
And I don't know, what are you doing otherwise? Is there still Scarehouse weeklies or anything?
No, not Scarehouse weeklies. Now it's like looking over the data, figuring out stuff for next year.
I thought you were going to say looking over the dead.
The dead. I like to look at the dead. I'm sure there's probably... I'm sure that'll be
all
part
the people
of
that were trampled in the in the haunt?
Yes, swished them down, and then we used them as props. It happens every year. Sorry, I'm catching up on the comments too.
Where are these comments? I'm afraid.
In the dock.
Don't worry, they're in the dock.
Great.
I decided I didn't want it to be that kind of show. And John Chichilli's chillatech.net, Chilla on the Twitters.
That's where you can find me, John Chill on the Facebooks.
And, of course, producer Missy is here as well.
Oh.
How you want to plug anything?
Small Business Saturday.
Yay! Come to Beachview. We'll be doing stuff here.
We're doing stuff, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll be doing stuff. We're going to have a social media scavenger hunt and some live bands.
Yes.
So.
And.
Bobby found the dock.
Oh, you found the dock.
Oh. Yes. Anyway, yes. So come to Beachview for Small Business Saturday.
There you go.
And even before that, this Thursday, if you're available, we are doing our Bragging About Beachview with La Katrina. Mm-hmm. So it's going to be some awesome, authentic Mexican food. And one of our new restaurants here. It's great.
Excellent. And, of course, please check out everything at SorgatronMedia.com. A lot of great podcasts. Some coming back, like Panel Ride came back this week with a new format and some more scheduled to come back here in December. And new stuff working out all the time, including Rap Gamers with our friends at Sofo Digital online as well. Thank you, everybody in the chat room that have been joining us. You have been our awesome audience. Have an awesome week. I had to get out of here before this fell apart. All right, thank you. There was a sex toy article, okay? And
this is how you get the HTML.
this is how you get the HTML. Oh, jeez.
All right. There's still people listening because I would like to give them this quiz.
Okay, go ahead. All right.
I saw the LA Times article. Is the quiz actually?
Yes.
Like are the multiple choice answers out there too?
Yes. Are you ready for this quiz, Chilla? Is a gigabyte an insect commonly found in South America, a unit measure for digital information, or a large mouthful of food?
What?
I do like that last one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a gig, obviously. A migraine, this isn't tech related, is an intense headache, a type of rice, or the act of moving country. I'm going to go with rice because it's a grain. 29% people said that. Texting they got right. Yeah, motherboard is literally the printed circuit board in a computer, the deck of a cruise ship, and the name for a female managing director.
Oh my god.
What was the point of this?
I don't know.
Wow.
I think it was just supposed to gauge, like, awareness of technology.
Chilla, is a hash brown a shoe brand?
I think it was word. I think it was
pan-fried potato pieces, or a word or phrase used on social media with the pound sign.
Oh, definitely on social media with the pound sign. Hashtag hash browns.
I will say I had to call Capital One yesterday, and the operator was like, "Please press the pound key," and I'm like, "What is that?" I was like, "Oh wait, I know what that is."
It's a hashtag key.
Yeah.
Yes, I am actually.
Good.
There's going to be a secondary gold for this.
Good. Let's see.
It's interesting? Sorry, go ahead.
What is jargon? Words used by professionals which may be hard to understand. A planet in our solar system, or a type of meat. 12% think it's a type of meat.
Hey.
What is a tablet computer?
Yeah, I saw that one.
A computer that reminds users about the tablet medication and when to take it? A mobile computer, or a computer chip that's the size of a pill?
And again, these are people 18 and older.
Yep.
So it's not just like grandma, who has her rotary phone still.
The interesting thing too, though, is that the survey was circulated via email over the course of 7 days. So you You had to be smart enough to sign up for email and be able to read it and click a link.
Yeah, well.
I think in some regards, like some of those responses.
Are you off?
Yeah, I was off.
Literally.
Some of those responses, I think I would have just been like, I'm gonna be the jackass. I'm gonna just select this one because I know it's wrong, and I just want to see how it's gonna skew their results.
Sometimes I think that, but then when you really look at the general public,
True.
you're like,
They're
I could
terrifying.
see that. How that amount of people could
Dutters,
put that.
you need to have Larry take this quiz.
Boy,
Yeah, actually.
that would be interesting.
That would be good.
Should make our own.
So
What is a Dutters?
There's a cookie,
Dutters is a delicious cookie.
obviously.
But it's also interesting how they threw in like non-tech information, and people got the non-tech information right, which to me is kind of a control question. Like if you were trying to skew the results with stupid answers, you would have probably skewed all the results, right? But like hash browns, people got it right that it was pan-fried potato pieces. On the other hand, HTML is potentially a sexually transmitted disease.
You catch it from your sex toys that are connected to Bluetooth.
I mean, people got Scientology right. They knew what that was.
Yes, a cocktail which glows in the dark.
But did you see the other answer that got a lot of responses for Scientology? That it was a science extra credit, I think, science question or something like that. I'm not looking at the results, but
It was like 18%.
yeah, it was like 18% of the people thought it was some kind of science class question.
What would also be interesting is if you could correlate of the 39% of people that said it's not important to have good knowledge of technology in this day and age, how many of them actually got the answers correct? So even if they don't think it's important, did they know what they were answering?
Jeez. Any more questions on there?
No, those
That
were
was
the
it?
funny ones.
All right. All right. Thank you, streamers. We'll be back by 10 p.m. with the Wrestling Mayhem show with BC Steel here in the studio.